Soundtrack Saturday. We got another film. We keep them rolling. This one comes out in '97. It's called Money Talks. Money Talks, Money Talks. Bullshit Walks. Directed by Brett Ratner, same dude who did the Rush Hours. Written by Joel Cohen and Alex Sokolow. Stars Chris Tucker. Yeah, Chris Tucker's coming off of Friday. He's coming off of Dead Presidents. So he had already had The Hood, and this is like Chris Tucker's crossover attempt, linking up with Charlie Sheen. He plays, just a street hustler, trying to get it out the mud. He works for a car wash. Charlie Sheen, he plays a news reporter, local news guy who's out on the scene, tracking down stories. Chris Tucker gets thrown in jail. He gets connected with a mob boss, and in some wild way, he ends up getting out of prison with the mob boss. Charlie Sheen locks in with him because Charlie Sheen gets fired from his job, and he has personal interest on trying to, crack the big story. And Chris Tucker, of course, has all the information on it on the street level. So that's kind of where this story goes. I don't think the story of this movie is that strong, but Chris Tucker is fucking hilarious, and you pair him up with a straight-laced guy like Charlie Sheen, hilarious movie. I mean, you get in the prime Chris Tucker. He could carry this film just on his wit alone. So, released under Arista Records. Vic Damone Jr. Oh, no. So they open it up with the Refugee All Stars, if you know the Fugees. Then you got Kamani Marley, which is Bob Marley's son, one of his sons. The one who was the star in the movie Shot Ties. He's on this joint. He sounds good. I mean, all of them got their father's influence, and they got that reggae and they soul. So all of them could perform. All of them can sing. Pras is doing his thing, but he's almost like dipping into his LL Cool J phenomenon bag with this shit, which I'm cool on. But Marley sounds good on that hook, and it works for that, but I don't really like the direction too much of the song. Never knew no love this baby. It sounds like Faith Evans is the catered to person on this song. You got Barry White joining her, and I love both of these people. They're both historically great. Barry's just known for that barrel tone, that fucking voice, and then he's still he even to this I was wondering how he was gonna sound on this, because you got this super contemporary R&B beat, and you're trying to throw Barry White on it, which at first you're like, oh, he's too powerful for this record. His voice is too much. But they feint him in, they let him do his talking shit, let him get his talking off, and then they just bury him into the hook, very slightly and in a good way, to where it doesn't really mess up the flow of it. I actually like this. This is pretty cool. Puff Daddy, Kelly Price, love her on this hook. I really do. The beat is okay. It's got that Diddy bop to it. I don't really care for Diddy's verse. It's whatever. It sounded better back in the day to me, but now in the pantheon of fucking MCs, it's hard to see that verse as anything that sticks. But the hook definitely does. And me listening to this record, I don't really need it. It's like a time capsule for me. It brings me back to the early 90s a little bit when Puff first came out, and just seeing him fly around. His character really stuck out to me. This is after Big died. You got Black Rob stepping up, and Black Rob is cool on this joint. R.I.P. to Black Rob. It ain't like the best Black Rob verse, but it's okay. That you come knocking at my door, and we live this dream once more. Last night I dreamed that you were here with me, and we were in each other's side. It was oh so heavenly. You got them ripping on that old I think it's Blackstreet. You know what I mean? I can't help but think that's like the Teddy Riley rip. But you bring Mary J on that motherfucker and shit. They got Mary J and Dr. Dre performing at the next Super Bowl halftime. So that shit about to be super hard. And only Mary J could jump on anybody's shit and gas it and make it 10 times better and make it legitimate. Rodney Jerkins done everything now. The Boy Is Mine, Monica and Brandy. I mean, just shit like that. Ask for permission to hit. My man Blake threw me to the Erie Lakes, introduced me to this heavyweight. For this self-break, first mistake, Jesus' peace was fake. But wait, he got singles in his cake. I ain't fucking with him. Number one rule, always keep your cool, even though you ain't a fool. And you see right through the nigga, how he fit. Kim was first at like really giving you the raw female perspective. Like in the rawest way, like get back at niggas and shit, like on a record, just being raw with it. You wouldn't get like a fucking Meg Thee Stallion today if Kim didn't come out and do what she did. And Foxy was right on her trails with that shit. But Timbaland made the beat, so it's bringing you that signature early Timbaland style, which is pretty cool. It's not even like my favorite Timbaland beat, but just what Kim was able to do to it in the hook really kind of brings it somewhere unique. You don't hear hooks like that everywhere. The way you kiss it when it's thick is guarantees. I tap it right. When niggas you gon' feel it from your ass to appetite. You're in the bondage and ass match. You're up, boo. Your style is why you tell me cuff you when I fuck you the way you suck. Ooh, makes me always wanna touch you when I don't pay for ass. The way I fuck, I wanna buck too. You got Naughty by Nature, and y'all know I'm a big fan of Naughty. Big fan of Tretch and Uncle Vinny, the whole squad. And then you bring Next, who Next was a group that hit me over the head. My pops got me hip to them, man. Like, I was like, okay, here's another 3-man thing, but they brought something different, brought a different texture to R&B. They need to be in a versus soon. People sleep on them, but all they know is hits. I haven't heard this Parents, so this is dope. Won't you tell me what's on your mind? Are we moving forward or are we wasting time? Just when I think I have it, stars slipping through my head. SWV, I'm not crazy about this. It's literally just them singing. It ain't nothing really to hold on to. I think it's more catered to the females, and I think even half the females gonna be like, yeah, this one of they one of their weaker records. It's whatever. It's no real hook on it. You know. But shout out to SWV because they got joints. My friends and family want me time and time. Tell me how you gonna get something when all you gave up is nothing. Every day, baby, you twisted my mind. Damn, Angie Stone. Give her props. She's a godmama of hip hop. One of the originals. If you ever heard of the Sequence back in the day, she's on one of the first rap albums ever. A queen of hip hop. And I really like this song. First of all, the beat is like off some D'Angelo shit. I think they sampled even D'Angelo's beat. But that's pretty much just her just jacking her son. Like, give me this motherfucker.
One time for my peoples that be loving around. We keep it bubbling, even in these troubling times.
And 2 times for my people who be giving support, showing us love in this rap, like you say.
One time for my peoples that be loving around. We keep it bubbling, even in these troubling times.
And 2 times for my people who be giving support, showing us love in this rap sport. I'm enhancing with the ransom, slants of hands, with the hellion put on the Black Skelly. You're riding in cabs from the Harlem and the Quest man with you and the fan. Took the telly wop and you don't stop.
Fuck, bro. This just took me back to when I was very little. I have heard this song before, but I was too little to even know the greatness that was bestowed upon me. See, this is the type of shit that I heard when I was little that got stuck in my subconscious. That just like sticks with you type of song. Brand Nubian, shout out to you motherfuckers, man. All of y'all niggas get down. And this is just dolo hip hop shit. This is from the block.
Yes, I miss you. You're the best lover I never had. Yes, I miss you. You're the best lover I ever had. Yes, I miss you. You're the best lover I ever had.
I stumbled on a fucking icon, Miss Michelle Indigeo. I don't even know how to say her fucking name. It's so goddess-like. She's amazing at everything she do. You talk about all the mysterious great people that you know, like the Erykah Badu's, Frank Oceans, and all of these folks. Put her at right there, the top of the heap of that. You probably never heard of her, and if you have, then you know.
Yeah, what you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Try and live it up, ride through, bring a truck, beats all put it up, stick a kid in what? Jig with the cuts, Chris spit it up. Right, get your tuck, can't get it up. I'm a big man, get this man room. I done hit everything from Cancun to Grand Tune. Why you stand on the wall, hand on your lighting up drugs, always fighting in the club.
Puff Daddy, definitely the king of the old school samples at that time. You know, this is before Kanye West got his hands on it. And this fucked me up as a kid, especially with the video. It's iconic. Everybody rips it. Everybody's influenced by it. Big money, big hip hop. You know what it goes. Classic. Deborah Cox, my baby. And this was at the time when Deborah was a force. Like, you kind of had to get Deborah on your soundtrack. You had to get Deborah somewhere around there. This is a dope record. This is the remix style. But you know, I've never heard the real original. But I know that this record has been sampled by R&B motherfuckers after her.
I'm glad to say, I really miss you sexy wild. I am
My man Rick James, and I had trashed him on the last soundtrack I heard him on, but I actually like this record from him. Like, it's probably a super slept on record. It's off this album he put out like that year. It's called Urban Rhapsody, and I had never heard that album, but this is my first time hearing this song, and I do like it. Shout out to Rick James, RP to Rick James. Lisa Stanfield, you know, it doesn't turn you off. I'm sure the ladies will probably fuck with it a little more. It's a good bop. You know, I'm not about to be just jamming this joint on my own, but if I hear it, I'm like, all right, oh, that's that Lisa shit. All right, bet. Fucking classic. Song by Barry White. If you don't know about Barry White, just shoot yourself. Or look at this show and we get you here. But no, this is the shit, bro. This is like what a dude would say to a chick when we giving you the heart. When we giving you everything. You know, we making you number one. Unscrewing the dick and giving it to you for your possession. It's such a high tempo, feel good record. Like I don't know how every nigga don't at least sneak this until they play this at their wedding. Because this is like the perfect wedding song. Barry White make you believe in the marriage, even if you half-assing it. You put this on, you be like, damn, Barry, you right. We getting married, nigga. Let's go ahead and get it. Money Talks. They did not bullshit on this album. If you haven't heard this soundtrack, you have cheated yourself and many others. I respect my pops 10 times more now after listening to this now that I'm older because I can respect it for the full body of work that it is. Of course, there's a couple misses on here, but you don't have time to think about it because the next record will pick up. And it's a lot of great artists in their prime. And I fucking love the movie. The movie is hilarious. It's timeless hilarious too. So like you can look at it right now and it'd be just as funny as it was when it first came out. So comedy don't leave. It just gets funnier as you get perspective. I'm out of this bitch. You know? I love y'all. Go Redskins. New Orleans, y'all not ready for this beef. It's real. We need it.